Installing sprinklers was kind of tough, which should make smoke alarms a walk in the park, right? We literally just went on like a 90-minute goose chase. All right, go ahead. So that was our problem. In this video, we're installing hardwired smoke and CO detectors from start to finish. A quick thanks to those who downloaded our free fire sprinkler resource and everyone who reached out to tell us about their planned system. We wildly exceeded our goal of at least one person installing sprinklers after watching our videos. You guys are awesome. If you saw our sprinkler videos, you know that we took fire safety pretty seriously in this build. The very last step of that are these guys right here, smoke and CO alarms. They're hardwired, which is a little bit different than what you might see on a retrofit. And in this video, we're going from bare junction boxes to a fully functioning 7-alarm system. Before getting started putting these in, I wanted to share just a little bit about the alarms that we chose and a little bit about our electrical rough-in in preparation for this as well. So these are Xsense alarms. This is the XP06. It's a hardwired smoke and CO alarm, a combo alarm. The main reason we like these is the giant button that allows you to hit these with a broomstick to silence them in case they were ever to go off. And I liked how discreet they looked. They didn't look as prominent as some other models that are out there. We have 9-foot ceilings down here in the garage and 10-foot ceilings upstairs. So being able to access these with a stick is a lot easier than the alternative, which is trying to climb up there and press a small button with a ladder. Now, the important thing about these is that they are hardwired, which in our jurisdiction is required for new construction, meaning all of the alarms actually have to have Romex cabling connecting each junction box. That way, when one goes off, they all go off. If there was ever a fire down here in the garage, the alarm in your bedroom would also be going off. That's the idea. Every alarm comes with one of these. It's a quick connect on the back of the alarm to a black, white, and red wire. These will connect to your 14.3 Romex going between all of the alarms. The first thing I noticed about these, and I couldn't tell you why this is, but there's no ground on these. If you ever hook up a receptacle or a light, for example, there's always gonna be a ground wire, but these just have the 3 conductors, black hot, white neutral, and red is the interconnection wire. So in all of our junction boxes, I'm just gonna be tying the grounds together. I'm not really sure why the smoke alarms don't need a ground, but they don't have one. Now, of course, not everyone has the luxury of new construction and planning that rough-in and doing all of the wiring interconnection. So if you do have a retrofit on your hands or you're working somewhere where the walls are already drywalled over, there are options to still have interconnected smoke alarms. Xsense has these wireless versions as well. They graciously sent our alarms out and also sent these out to show on the video. These don't require a junction box and they have a base station so that they can all talk to each other without any wires. Any reasonable inspector is going to still allow something like this. However, with new construction, at least in our area, they want to see the hard wire. So that's why we chose the ones we did. I'm in the upstairs hallway now, right outside of our 2 bedrooms, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about the rough-ins. I believe it's the IRC, but definitely our local code requires a smoke alarm inside each one of the bedrooms and one right outside the bedroom, so usually in the hallway. So in our living space, we have just these 3 smoke alarms. We have 7 total though, so there's 4 down in the garage. 1 is at the top of the garage stairs, thinking that, you know, smoke would rise up those stairs and that's the highest point in that space. And then we have 1 in the main garage, kind of right in the center, 1 in the back garage, and 1 in the utility room. This, however, is the very first one in the circuit. So let's look at the wires that we have coming in here from rough-in. We have an incoming and an outgoing wire. Our incoming is our power, so it's a constant power. It's coming off the breaker for our upstairs lighting circuit, and it's just tied in with a home run that's going to our bathroom wall switch. So that's just a piece of 14.2 Romex, 2 conductors, black and a white, and then it's got this bare copper ground as well. The outgoing wire is 14.3, and that's what connects every other box. It's got 3 conductors, black, white, and red, as well as the bare copper ground, which I've already got tied together. So really all I have to do is tie all these together with their light color, including the light color on the connector as well. And I'm going to do that with just these simple lever locks. I always use these when I'm connecting stranded to solid wire. These are all solid, all the building wire, and then this connector is stranded. The nice thing about these lever locks is how easy it is to take them on and off. And if we were to ever switch out smoke alarms in the future, I can just very easily open the lever and remove this and put in a new connector. Maybe they've updated style or something like that. So I can easily remove this little pigtail. Roll it all up in the box. All we leave out is the pigtail. There we go, there's the first one ready. These do still have a 9-volt battery in here for backup, I guess in case your power ever goes out. I'm gonna guess that lasts a little bit longer because they are AC powered and they're getting most of their power from the actual junction box. But I'm not sure if that actually influences how long it lasts or not, to be honest. It does say they should have a 10-year lifespan and to replace after that, but once we get power, this little LED should turn green. We're in the spare bedroom now. This is number 2 in the line, and like I said, this is just gonna have two 14-3 wires, one incoming, one outgoing. Connect all the wires up with the Wagos, and it could not be any easier. Hardest part of working with any junction box is getting the dang wires back up in it. This is easy, but some of those 3 and 4 gang boxes for switches were just a nightmare for that. Oh, there we go. So we got them all installed, hit my second floor lighting breaker here, threw our handy earplugs in, and checked that we first all had green LEDs, so everything had power. But for some reason, we were still having issues with interconnection. And we literally just went on like a 90-minute goose chase, figuring out what the heck was going on. We started at the first one in the string and just connected one at a time, and everything was working until we got to the last one here in this utility room. And every time we connected it, for some reason, all of the interconnections stopped working on all of the smoke detectors. So we're like, what the heck is going on? Like, maybe it's the ground that's floating. We really had no clue what the heck was going on. We switched out some smoke detectors to try to figure it out. And then I'm up there looking, and I had the red wired to the white and the white wired to the red. So that was our problem. I went ahead and switched those to the right connector, and everything appears to be working correctly. Let's do one more double check. So in theory, when I hit this is gonna flash red and green, and the other ones should also flash red and green. I'm gonna just run over this as quickly as I can. It's a press and hold to do the interconnection test. Yep, there we go, there's red and green. Yep, there we go, there's red and green. Perfect. Here's my alarm testing assistant with her headphones on. You look like a goober. You're such a goober. We are good dog parents, and we put George outside for this because Lord knows he would be scratching a hole in the wall somewhere.
So loud.
In fact, let's check up on him. Oh, he's just sitting like a good boy. He's like, Mom, Dad, let me back in. What? She wants to hide all of her junk. Alina's gonna press the button down here while I check upstairs now. All right, go ahead. Perfect, there's the hall. Hall's going off. Bedroom going off. And other bedroom going off. Beautiful. Thankfully, everything works. So just one minor little wiring hiccup and we got her all fixed up.
It was the worst of the entire build, so I think we can handle that.
As always, no project goes ever as smoothly as you think it's going to, but luckily we got this all sorted out. Thanks again to Xsense for sending these things out, and hopefully they are keeping us safe from smoke and carbon monoxide for the next 10 years of their rated life. Hope you got something from this if you are doing wired smoke alarms. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.